Hello Legionnaires, we are back with some pike and shot action for you today, and yes, we have a glorious 2v2 here. I mean, it wouldn't look like a 2v2 looking at the scale of these battles, but this is a 2v2 battle, and we have 1630 Spain here facing off against 1630 Sweden. So we have two Swedish armies against two Spanish armies. Already Sweden's taking some casualties. I just realized it's got, I think Arlie sniped his, is that 1 pound a gun, and yeah, it's already wavering. It looks like it's going to break, and yeah, that's already an artillery piece gone. That's I'd say a lucky shot by the Spanish army there, but it probably wasn't. To be honest, it's probably just, you know, wow, and already Sweden losing some Finnish musketeers early on. Look at the absolute like withering fire there. So yeah, Spain getting some really early victories. Yeah, I think that was just an arty snipe. I think while artillery's not limbered up, a bit like in Napoleon, you get a better percentage of hitting it. But yeah, Sweden on the advance on this side here against the Spanish. While it seems like Spain is kind of being a bit more of the aggressor on this side here. So they're getting around the flanks of the Swedes on their left here. They need to angle their line a little bit more. That is for sure. But yes, it's been a while since we've done some pike and shot Total War, and it's good to be back. It's nice to be checking out these just absolute gigantic battles. I mean, these are like often, so I mean, this I imagine will be like 20,000 men. It's just a 2v2. You can get 40k battles quite easily. That is for sure. But I've been told that this battle is a really close one, has a bit of a clutch moment, so definitely is worth sticking around to see how this one goes down. And we have Gustavus Adolphus II here leading his cavalry on the left. It seems he's going to be in charge of them. Generals are often quite good in melee when it comes to pike and shot, and also they do obviously have various buffs of their own, which they can support with morale buffs and stuff like that. We have Gustav Horn on this side supporting his cavalry systems. Like, yeah, the generals are going to stay on the flanks with their cavalry. Spain's kind of replicating that. It has Jean de Bec here supporting their cavalry, and it looks like on this side here, Cardinal Ferdinand of Austria, but a young version of him, he's sort of actually in the middle. He's kind of taking up what I'd say is a more typical Total War stance. So he's quite a way back from the front line. He probably needs to get a bit closer so his sort of aura of morale buffs can actually be used. And yes, looks like a good old line battle is getting underway. And I'm really excited to see how this one goes down. I think the Finns, sorry, not the Finns, the Swedes, so they do have some Finnish troops amongst them, I think. The Swedes, I think, are a little bit better in a line fight. I mean, their units seem like they have quicker reload. It seems like they're reloading very, very quickly, but I could be wrong. I don't know if there is I don't know if it's like an NTW3 where some factions are better at some things. I feel like the Swedes, often their musketeers seem to be superior to other factions. It certainly seems like body count wise. It seems like they're doing a number here on the Irish troops serving the Spanish here. The Tercio of Tyrconnell, they're combat even, but they were just losing for a moment. The pikes waiting behind, waiting for their moment to go forward and do their bit. I'm excited to see how this battle goes down. But yes, if you want to send in any of your own pike and shot battles, if you've been wanting to play some of it and you want to send some in to me to have them featured on the channel, do send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. I'll also leave a link for the pike and shot mod. It's a mod for Shogun 2 if you're new to these videos, and I'll leave a link for it as always, along with also a link to their Discord as well. And it looks like Spain is moving forward to arquebusiers here, and they're going to get some nice shots off on the cavalry here. German mercenary arquebusiers also firing back. Looks like, I'm not sure who really won that fight. Sweden moving up infantry here. Some Scottish infantry moving up to support this cavalry engagement. It looks like, yep, here we go. Cavalry fight is taking place. Cuirassiers going in against a guard arquebusiers. So a clash of elites here for both sides. They are, getting stuck in. And there you go. Sweden kind of losing that fight there with the Cuirassiers. There you go. In go more Spanish cav. And then we're right by the red line. As you can see, Cuirassiers about to go straight over the red line, and they'll be lost. And looks like, well, actually got Carry here charging musketeers. This is not good at all. Musketeers do not like a cav charge. There's pikes behind to support, which might help out. But yeah, these Cuirassiers here are going to cut through those musketeers, that's for sure. We've got more cavalry regiments now arriving for the Swedes. We've got, it looks like Lifeguard cuirassiers in there as well for the Swedish as well. So we'll see how they do. Bingo. The cavalry regiment. Can they sweep aside these arquebusiers? I do not know. It looks like they are going to waver them and breaking them. And yeah, a lot of Spanish cav now being routed. A few Swedish ones as well. And it's like an NTW3. I mean, look at that arquebusier, 100 out of 100 it was. And it was already wavering. It's like I said, an NTW3. If one unit breaks, it causes other units to start to waver and lose morale. So one unit can start a bit of a mass rout quite easily. Not that it's the end of the world. In Pike and Shot, lots of units will return multiple times. That's why battles often last such a long time. Jean de Becker, he's trying to rally his troops. Let's just check out on the rest of the front. Looks like Sweden's actually pushed up on this side here, and he's losing this cav fight. So it looks like, yeah, Sweden's going to win the cav fight on the right, but on the left, maybe not so much. Looks like they've got had some arquebusiers, some like dismounted ones. They were helping to shoot to the sides. They've routed lots of cuirassiers here. They've still got a few units alive, but not many. More cuirassiers going in here against the Swedish cav. And looks like a lot of cuirassiers for the Spanish in this fight. Got Croatian arquebusiers as well. And looks like Sweden, is getting just wiped off the field when it comes to cavalry. Also, it seems like the Spanish managed to get some miquelettes into this sort of like building sort of area here. And they had those in behind sort of to shoot into the back to the Spanish as well. Into the back to the Swedes if they needed to. Lots of these cuirassiers are returning. Well, I say a lot. One has. Gustavus Adolphus wasn't sent in, by the way. So that might have helped, with morale. We've got artillery moving over here as well to support. Let's go back and check on the other side, see how that's going. Certainly seems like Sweden is winning quite decisively here. If they can, but it seems like the Spanish might get a gun here. Or maybe not. It seems like, charging artillery in this game does not work. You need to just shoot it with line infantry. It's the best way to kill artillery, because actually that cuirassier there's just charged in and got itself routed, which is pretty incredible. Yeah, 2-pounders here on the flanks. They're blasted away. Seems like the Spanish are being forced back in some sort of very disorganized blob here that's going on. That's, a very odd one. Very odd formation. But yeah, everywhere else seems like, it looks, if anything, the Swedes might have pulled back a little bit. They are still sort of in range. But it certainly seems like they pulled back. You can see where their line used to be, where the dead were. Yeah, it looks like actually the Spanish might have advanced forward a little bit themselves. Yes, Spain winning on the left when it comes to cavalry, but losing on its, I guess the Spanish were on their right, Sweden's left. And it looks like the Spanish are going to lose on their left, Sweden's right. They need to get that General Jean de Beck back to friendly lines if they can. But yeah, both sides fighting on the extremities of the map. So yeah, if Cav, like I said, routed, it's going over the line immediately and out of the game. So most of Sweden's Cav on the left is gone, and most of Spain's Cav on the right is gone as well. And it's now pretty much going to come down to an infantry slog, to be honest. I mean, unless these cavalry arms can both match up again. A Finnish musketeer here about to get run down. I would not want to be one of these guys. The heavily armored knights coming in with their lances. Oh, jeez. Poor Finns. Oh, no. There you go. They are fully gone. There you go. I mean, there's a lot of good cav here as well. I mean, we've got the Croatian arquebusiers, not so great. They're okay. But we've got the Cabello. There's plenty of cuirassiers in there. We also have the Cabello Lanza del Cardinal Infante, which is an incredibly elite cav unit. It's pretty much just like a lancer of old, all covered in armor. The very traditional sort of lance, and yeah, they are very, very scary. 1-pounders here getting routed. The cavalry here just getting rid of them. A lot of this cav probably needs to rest up. A lot of it's tired, exhausted, and by doing so, yeah, you can see here, looking at their exhausted, wavering. Concerned exhaustion is why they're wavering. So yeah, the cav here for Spain needs to really just give itself 5 minutes, rest up, let the infantry do some of the heavy lifting now. There's no Swedish cav on this side now to worry about, so the infantry can move forward quite easily. And they've got some good guards here. I do like the guard infantry. I don't know if anyone else is going to get anything similar to guard infantry, if there's anything to match them. I mean, they're not like insane like battle winners, but they are really good. Tyrconnell musketeers over here, these Irishmen fighting for the Spaniards. They ain't winning. They're actually wavering. And here we go, a cavalry assault coming forward here. Lancer Leguros coming forward. These guys are kept in reserve in the center. They're going to try and charge through the middle here. Try and rout some of these musketeers, but pikes are coming forward. And here we go. A big risk by Spain, and they charge in. And yeah, I think they lost a lot of... They're going to lose a lot of cav, I think, here. But Sweden might lose its musketeers. It might just work, you know, and we actually see a cavalry regiment coming forward for Sweden to try and rectify the situation. They're going to try and chase off these lancers, I think. I mean, if... and actually, Sweden, I think, is going to counter. I think he's going to go in for their arquebusiers. Looks like he was. Can he get a good trade-off here? The lancers are certainly starting to rout. No, he just kind of, like, pulled through and then went back the same way he came. Fair enough. I mean, 2 lancers to 2 musketeers. The musketeers might return. But yeah, a risky move. It was a risky move, that one there. Seems like the Spanish are winning this line fight over here as well. Lots of wavering Swedes. And the Swedes having to turn a lot of infantry around now to sort of protect their left as the cavalry sort of slowly encircles them. And it's allowing there to be some side shots for the Swedes as well, like on the Swedes here. They're getting hit from multiple directions. So this is not a gunfight they can win. They, if anything, need to pull back entirely their line. And Sweden on the right needs to be really aggressive. It looks like he's actually going to send his cavalry all the way back the other way. You've got Horn and Kirasi Regiment here, which I like that they brought because they do have Gustav Horn as their general. But yeah, they do need to maybe send their cav to the other side and have one final showdown between cavalry. See who is going to be in charge of the field when it comes to cavalry. Yeah, I think Sweden's going to be really aggressive here. And actually, one of the Spanish cav here has returned a Croatian arquebusier. It might be about to charge this artillery and these musketeers. We'll see what they do. They might just try and get a volley off. Just be a pest. They are redlining. Fire when ready, boys. Fire when ready. Very nice, very nice. I'm not quite sure why the Spanish have Croatians in their army, why they're available. Maybe they were just like the Germans with, like, you know, a very popular mercenary company to, like, call upon, but it seems odd that the Spanish have Croatians, I'll admit. Pikes going into action against Musketeers here. Musketeers getting a last-ditch volley off. And here go the Spanish being aggressive on the side, risking being encircled by being so aggressive. As you can see, the Swedes are already getting around the flanks. But they do seem like they're routing these Musketeer regiments. They need to pull back, really. Swedish lines going in. The Gotland regiment. But yes, Spain over here being very aggressive, very risky. I mean, really, this Musketeer here should just shoot into the side of the arquebusiers there, the pikes. Sorry, not the arquebusiers, yeah, just shoot into the side of these pikemen. And then just do as much damage as you can. Over on this side, let's go back to the left flank here. Spain also being aggressive here. Sending in the guard pikemen. Again against Musketeers. Just trying to stay out of pike range while they fire their muskets. But it looks like they're through, and look at that. There's been an entire collapse on this left for Sweden. It's got 3 or 4 units now breaking here. I mean, Gustav Adolphus is here. He's trying to rally the troops, but he can't do much. I mean, there's pikes here that are going to need to be dealt with. Looks like Sweden's now sending some of his Grona pikes and Gotland pikes back to deal with that situation. I think now the situation with the cav is kind of dealt with. I mean, the Swedish cav's on its way across. Also, Sweden's got a bit of a rear guard to sort of keep an eye on these guys. They need to worry about this corner, though. This is a real concern. Sweden again getting another good volley off. into the face of these Lombard pikes here. Some of the best pikes that are around for Spain, and they look glorious. I mean, the models look awesome for this mod. I mean, you got to remember, this is supposed to be Shogun 2. We're supposed to be in Japan, not in Western Europe in the 1700s. It really, sorry, 17th century. It looks really good. It really does. But yeah, there you go. The Lombard pikes, they're going to win this fight. They're just piking down these musketeers. And yeah, Sweden's left is not looking good right now. Looks like on the right they are probably going to win here. Well, they're going to win this first sort of engagement. That push by the pikes seems to have not worked out. Battalion staff and some of these Verdugo pikes are breaking. But they have prepared a second line of the Spanish. They are trying to encircle. I mean, the general over here, Jean de Beck, is a little bit far off. I'd maybe send something over to see if we can chase him down. And we got a cavalry regiment here actually pushing on for Sweden. It's that one I think earlier they dealt with the Lancers. Oh, they have Lancers as well. These they're Landsman cavalry regiment. Yes, a Lancer unit. I never realized they were available to Sweden. Yeah, in they go. These Lancers trying to break the musketeer line. They might just do it, but there are some more pikes on the way forward here trying to stop them. They break the musketeers. They need to get out of there as the cav, really, because the pikes are coming. They break more musketeers, and look at that. The right is about to crumble here for Spain. Well, Spain's left. The Swedish right is crumbling. Very nice. Really well done there by the Lancers. They really did God's work. And there you go. The pikes are breaking as well, which they were pretty much fresh. Well, not quite fresh, but, you know, pretty untouched. So, yeah, Spain and Sweden really having very different battles and successes on different sides. Like Spain, excellent on this side, terrible on the other side, and vice versa. I mean, Sweden should really try and get some of these guys back. He needs to regather his left flank almost. I'd just put it behind the cavalry line, almost. I certainly think at the moment it looks fairly close. Spain maybe ever so slightly has the balance of power, and I'd say that's fair enough. I think Spain still has the numbers when it comes to infantry, and it still has a fairly good cavalry sort of corps as well. I mean, I'd say maybe smaller than the Swedish one, but maybe slightly more elite. I mean, those Cavalry Lancers there, and then they've got lots of cuirassiers over there as well. But yeah, I mean, this is huge. I mean, if the Swedes can be aggressive now and just route this and keep turning the Spanish line, huge. It looks like we're about to see Jean de Beck going against some cavalry here. And there go the tunes. The Pike and Shot tunes. And I think the Swedes have been routed almost immediately. Jean de Beck, yeah, has routed the Landsmen, the Lancers. And it looks like he's going to continue. He's popped, yeah, some sort of rally. And he's going in for the, looks like he's going in for musketeers. Oh, he's just going to blast in some poor musketeers, shoot them. Whether he thinks, oh, my army's pretty much done, but it doesn't look like it is. I mean, some of these forces will be his that are retreating. You've got some big pikes that are returning, the Toraldo pikemen. Must be careful sending in Jean. Where is the other general, the other Spanish general? He needs to be near the front lines as well. He might have shifted down, I think. I don't know where he's got to. There's a cannon. I'm sure he's around here somewhere. But yeah, Sweden is on the retreat here. The volley fire of the Spanish army is just too much. And it looks like we're about to see another cavalry showdown. The Swedish cav, though, is mostly tired or winded. The Spanish cav, all fresh. They've had a bit more time. Well, not all of it. Some of it's still tired, very tired. But yeah, most of it, the first line is fresh. They've had a lot of time to rest up, it seems. And Jean de Beck has routed. Don't know what he was doing, but he's routed. He's re-rallying now, but he needs to be careful. I don't know if this player has an army left. He must do, I would have thought. He needs to be careful. Jean de Beck being way too aggressive, possibly costing his side the battle, or certainly that flanked the battle. I don't know where Cardinal Infante's gone. Oh, he's still way back there. What's he doing all the way back there? Get to the front line, man. I'm sure there's plenty of microing going on, but like your general's one of the things you don't want to forget. You don't want to forget to micro him because yeah, a cav unit could get over there and go and snipe him. I mean, it's unlikely. The generals are so strong. I was surprised that Jean died so quickly. So much smoke in these battles. Oh my gosh, can't see anything now. It's beautiful. It shows like the sort of the chaos and the carnage that you'd have in these sort of battles. You just wouldn't be able to see anything. That's why everyone fights in bright colors, or at least some of them do. Certainly, I think after the Pike and Shot age, I think everyone decides, yeah, we need to start wearing bright colors, guys. There's a lot of browns, a lot of, you know. I mean, some of these guys are in bright colors. The Swedish Pikes here in red, which is good. And they're often in like blue and yellow, it seems. But the Swedes, the Spanish also fight in yellows and reds and blues, as you can see here. A lot of brown as well going on in these forces. Yeah, you'd imagine. I mean, certainly these two factions facing down against each other. There's a lot of clashing colors actually. Would be quite a confusing battle. In reality, yeah, a lot of the Pikes here trying to retreat. Get back, boys. You need to just retreat back. Looks like the cavalry arms was retreating. You can see the battle is entirely tilted from where the original lines were. And it is looking a little bit... I mean, if Spain can keep pushing on here in the center, maybe towards Gustavus, they could split the Swedish armies in two. Two-pounder artillery. These small guns are probably very mobile, very quick at getting to the front lines. And the Spanish Pikes are coming forward once again. They're going to try and get back in range with their Pikes and start poking away at those Musketeers. And there you go, Pikes down. The Musketeers didn't even really react. They were just like, yeah, screw it, we're just going to stand our ground. Artillery firing, getting some good shots off at point-blank range. The Tiraldo Pikes are yellow lining already. And red lining. And you be careful. Yeah, already wavering. Wow. Maybe shouldn't have been so aggressive, Spain. Spain is certainly keeping his cavalry forces way back. I think he wants to keep them as a reserve. Doesn't really want to use them at all if possible. I mean, Gustavus Adolphus here is not a good day. He's not a good day enough. He's one of the best commanders around at this point in Europe. He's certainly not having an easy time of it. Pikes and Musketeers still fighting on. Really showing that this is a true Pike and Shot era. Pikes are certainly pushing forward, but here come the Swedish ones to counter. Like an all jet black uniform, looks really cool. I mean, one of the Spanish Pikes has broken, but the other one is still standing pretty strong. They could do getting some flanking shots with the Swedes into the side of these Pikes. That's the easiest way to rout these units. Looks like one artillery piece has been lost. Now down to one over here for the two-pounders. I'm not quite sure how they lost that gun, but they have. I mean, some units here are getting really small. It still seems like the Spanish are getting outgunned, though. It looks like the Pike might break here soon. And Spain is now on the advance over here. He needs to finish this left flank off soon. But he has now got to deal with another army of cavalry. See whether he can do it. Just keep stabbing away, boys. Keep stabbing away. There you go. The Tiraldo Pikes break, and looks like their battalion staff commander, which is, you know, responsible for morale as well, is also about to break in a moment as well. They'll be on the... They're getting out of here. Looks like they lost all that artillery as well. I don't know how they lost... Guns just collapsed. That's more like from a cavalry charge, I thought, but maybe not. The 2-pounder crew's still there. Bit of an odd one, that. It's looking very good here. They're routing a lot of these Tyrconnell musketeers. These are Irish musketeers. Looks like Spain is bringing an artillery piece so out to the flank. 4-pounder here. Maybe they try and turn this around. Looks like they're sending forward some more like Lombard musketeers, but they've already seen a lot of action. Already very depleted, like down to 60, 56. Yeah, they're pretty weak. And it looks like Sweden's done a good job of reconnecting their armies up. Spain didn't at all push to try and divide the two. They just were quite happy for them just to rejoin up. Got some Gula Regiment Musketeers here. They're going to break. Down at 49 men from 192. These guys are fought to pretty much the last man. And again, Hamilton's Scottish infantry, they broke. I don't know why they pushed forward so close. I would have imagined that it seems as though the Swedes are better accuracy, better reloading skill. They didn't need to get close at all. And they routed. They might return. It seems as though Sweden does want more of a line fight and Spain wants more of a melee fight. It certainly seems like Spain's been more aggressive in a lot of instances here, especially with the pikes. Sweden certainly doesn't seem to have brought enough pikes for every, like Spain has. I have to see what happens though after the cavalry engage, because I mean once the cavalry engage that could change everything. Spain getting a few cheeky shots off, it seems, on some of these cuirassiers. This left flank for Sweden is not looking good. A lot of German mercenary musketeers here are wavering. Spain certainly has an overwhelming amount of troops here that they could use to turn the flank of the Swedes here or force back the cav here. Again, that Swedish left is certainly being its undoing right now. Whether the Spanish player should also maybe think about sending across a few of his more healthy troops on this side that we're looking at now and sending them to his left flank where they're like using units the size of like 50 and 60. A lot of badass units here being thrown in. I mean the Swedes are equally bad on this side. It's really a battle of wills there. At least they've still got, looks like a guard pike here. And a guard musketeer. They've still got some good units in Spanish to hold the line. Michelet's now coming forward. They're going to just, I imagine, harass the cavalry here ahead of them. They are taking casualties, this cuirassier regiment here. Losing quite a few riders. Scots here serving with the Swedes. Such an odd combo. I guess they're Scottish mercenaries, or probably because the Swedes are Protestant. Like, I guess they thought we're going. These are like Protestant mercenaries, maybe like being Scots as well. Well, I don't know. The Scots are like Protestant or Catholic. It's a bit of a divide there. Again, a lot of wavering going on over here, but nothing breaking just yet. A lot of wavering from both sides.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
That's not good. A unit's used all its ammo. I don't know who. I think that might be on Spain's side. But yeah, it shows like how much fighting's been going on. Hamilton Scots here. I think they're trying to deal with the 4-pounder on this flank, but they are going to get a shot, it seems. And Sweden is moving cav back to this side. Cavalry regiment here and Gustav Horn shifting across. And whether they're thinking we can go and get the Cardinal Infantry here, but I think they can get here, or whether they just want to take advantage of no cav on the side here, or the Spanish and flank on around. I think that's not a bad idea. Keep firing, Scotsman. I'd say for Scotland, but it's not really. It's for Sweden, which you might not so care about. For the money you're getting paid, probably.
Make ready!
These Lombardians can't hold on much longer, I would have thought. But neither can the Swedes. There's some Scottish regiments here as well. And they're looking like they're going to go soon. There goes some arquebusiers. They need that Swedish cav here, and that could make a huge difference. Will the Spanish match it, or will they just keep all their cav here? For now, it looks like all their cavs just here, waiting.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
If they could keep a pike or a musketeer free to help the cav out here, Sweden, then they've got a really good chance of winning this. I mean, there's a lot of pikes in the back lines here in this second line, with the shift 1 across to help the cavalry out on their left. But yeah, surely these cavalry regiment have got to start thinking about going around the flanks, hitting Cardinal Infantry, and maybe also Jean de Bec. They're both there available. I would start pushing hard and risk it, to be honest. Plus the artillery you probably want to try and get rid of. This artillery is being a bit of a pain. Just the one gun. I don't know where the other one's disappeared to, but it's here. Just the one gun.
Units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Here we go. Swedish cavalry moves around. It looks like, yeah, some of these arquebusiers have just been sent in because they have no ammo left, and they're routing immediately. Would be cool if, like, infantry could replenish ammunition from picking it up from the dead. That would be quite cool. I think far too complex for Total War. It would be quite a cool thing to see.
Our men are running, sir.
Like, I imagine at this point in history, no one's using like different musket balls. Probably everyone's just using the same universal one. It's not like later on. And there you go. The artillery's been destroyed by the cavalry regiment here. Yeah, it's probably. I can imagine that everyone's using the same musket ball. Like in the Napoleonics, I think British and French use different ones, correct? Or is that maybe I'm just thinking of cannonballs? Instead of using different cannonballs. But maybe yeah, you could just use anyone's musket balls. This cavalry needs to keep swinging around, just keep going around. This pike square's waiting, but that's all we got to go for. You got to go for these generals here. I feel like that they have the voices, they have Spanish voices in it now, which is cool. Instead of like Japanese people shouting in a European battle, which would be very disorientating. But look at this, look at the ragged flags. I mean, this Hamilton Scottish regiment down to 41 men. And they're fighting guys with like 36 men in them as well. Like these are ragged units from both sides here. Looks like we're going to see a charge from the cavalry regiment here. So they are going to just charge a pike square. Seems a very silly idea. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I think you could just loop in and charge and break those musketeers. But like I said, I think it's still going for the generals is the right decision. You've got to master out these guys pretty quickly. Cavalry regiment are using their muskets. They're going to shoot up some of these musketeers first, rout them, and they're going to try and get these pikes as well. They're wavering. I charged the other one in as well. It's a Patreon pike. Don't know quite what that is supposed to mean, but there you go. There you go. They charge in. They break that pike immediately. And this whole side is starting to look like it's going to crumble. The Swedes need to advance with what infantry they have left. Yeah, just keep pushing forward, lads. Gustav Horn's coming forward as well. And I think we might see a bit of a clutch move here taking place. Still not committing any of their generals. They have committed cav here, though. We now have cuirassiers over here. They're weakening their cavalry arm on that right to bring some over here to help the left. And it's a little late. The extreme left of the Spanish is gone. Tercio's still holding on, actually. Toraldo Pike. It's actually routing the cavalry regiment here. And Sweden's pushing forward in a few areas with pikes and musketeers. Mainly pikes, looks like going in. There you go, cavalry regiment routing. Both units gone. The Toraldo Pikes have sent them packing. Honestly, should not have charged the pikes with them. They should have dealt with other stuff. Like I said, the generals were an option. There you go, the Toraldo Pike routed by musket fire. That's how you get rid of them. And here we go, the center is going to see a bit more of a pike clash taking place. Can Sweden turn around this battle? I still think they're at a disadvantage, and it looks like the balance of power-wise, I'd say that they are as well. Spain still's got a bit of an advantage right now, but that can easily change in Pike and Shot.
One of our units has
You need one mass route, one general kill. Generals have been lost in Pike and Shot is costly. Go. It looks like the Toraldo Pikes here having a bit of an issue with pathfinding a little bit. Still got half the unit looking over that, like not even in the fight yet. One of the cavalry regiments has returned. Gustav Horn's still there. Also looks like these pikes are somehow getting encircled. They push forward and the pike lines seem to go a bit messy over here. The guard pikes getting stuck in. And they are pushing forward. Here we go. Is Spain going to be able to send these Swedes packing? Looks like Gustav Horn's coming back to the centre maybe to rally his troops.
Our men are running.
More cav being sent over here by the Swedes. The Swedes, yeah, have very little cav here now. Actually looks like Spain might be doing the same, shifting more cav there. Matching moves of the Swedes. The Musketeers of the Garda broke through. They need to just be charged. Someone charge them. Get rid of them. And there you go. Carassis didn't mean to charge them, but they made contact with them. They're going to get routed here. Here we go. Gustav Horn going in. He's found a Musketeer line to charge. Can he break through? The cavalry regiment helps break some of these musketeers there. That's very nice. Got some pikes that are trying to maybe block off the cav here. You need to turn some musketeers to deal with them as well. But there you go, Spain. Spain's left again getting crippled. It's been messily done here by the Swedes. It's not clean at all.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
The pikes here, I mean, they're getting surrounded. These guard pikes have been surrounded by a Swedish pike unit, which is technically surrounded as well. Gustav Horn falls back. Jean de Beck went in. He helped routing that cavalry regiment. He's himself falling back. The Cardinal Infantes here. I think we're about to see Spanish cav get committed. They're going to go into the lines here of all these. Look at that. A mass rout. Gustav Horn, I think, is also wavering as well. And he's going to break. And I think Sweden might be just about a mass rout across the entire line. Look at that. And that's a GG. Gustav Adolphus looks on as his army just completely routs. But that cavalry charge there, last minute Cuirassier charge came in clutch. And I don't think they were going to necessarily lose the Spanish, but they were certainly looking a little bit tenuous here in the center. And yeah, a pretty close battle. I mean, I think the Spanish were in control most of the battle.
Our men are running.
Apart from maybe when they lost that cavalry fight out on the right. But I think they were in charge for most of this game. We'll just fast forward as I think we're just waiting for Gustav Adolphus here to just pretty much just send himself in.
Is soon to be
I think some of these other units are starting to rout as well. But yeah, we'll just fast forward. We'll wait for Sweden going to re-rally. I hope. I doubt it. Surely not. No, we just need these these Croatian arquebusiers here. Keep harassing these units. Looks like Cardinal Infantry is going in. He's going to just run down some of these pikes as well. Make sure they stay got it. It's just like these 4 units here. The Croatian arquebusiers wavering there. I mean, if we're going to see like any more last-minute clutches, I would laugh if they're from the Swedes right now. If the Swedes, yeah, there we go. So if the Swedes manage to turn this around, it'd be an insane comeback. But there you go. Gustav Adolphus wavers. It should get charged in a moment and just broken. Just volume Croatians. Or just charge him, one or the other. Put the man out of his misery. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. It's certainly been a fun one. If you want to see more pike and shot battles like this one, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and feel free to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any pike and shot battles, and leave a comment if there's any sort of factions you want to see take part in them. There's a whole host of them. We've got Ottomans, we've got Poland, Lithuania, Spain, France, the Netherlands, Sweden, Bavaria, Saxony, I think are the main ones. They are adding more and more. It's a very regularly updated mod, to be fair, and it's got a great community. Like I said, I'll leave a link for the Discords, for my own Discord, and also for their Discord and the mod. And yeah, I think we're just surely Gustav is he still not broken? Okay, I'm gonna make a quick cut, I think, until Gustav Adolphus is cut down. So I'll see you guys in a moment. So there we are. We are here at the end result. It took like a couple more minutes, and yeah, Gustav Adolphus and some other Swedish units just need rerouting a couple of times. But there you go, a victory for Sandwich and Itchy Left Nut, who were playing as the Spanish in this one. They got some huge kills. I mean, this one got 5,000 Sandwich here, 3,400 for Itchy, nearly 3,500. Well done to Zamnot as well, and to Zaxo, who were playing as the Swedes. They did a pretty decent job. I mean, you can see, yeah, look at the scale. I mean, that's what, like 11,000 against another 11,000. It's 22,000 in that battle. Sandwich with his cuirasses getting 333 kills, 298 with his guard pikes. His general Cardinal Ferdinand, I think he farmed quite a few of these kills, but getting 264 kills. His Lombard pikes getting 255. 237 with the Croatian arquebusiers. Another Croatian arquebusier getting 234. His Lombard musketeers getting 216. 206 the Tyrconnell musketeers. And there are the rest of the kills. Sandwich, if you want to have a look at those. You got some huge kills. Then we have Zaxo playing as one of the Swedish armies. His Roda pikes are getting 213 kills. 132 with the Finska. The Finnish musketeers, and 114 with his Gotland musketeers. He had a pretty rough game, he did. Then we have Itchy Left Nut playing as the other Spanish army. 271 kills with his pikes. His guard pikes here getting 251. His another pike unit here getting nearly 250. Musketeers 220. Itchy, I think, really struggled with his cav in this one. He lost a lot of his cavalry early in this game. But there are the rest of his kills if you want to have a look at those. Then we have Zamnot playing as the other Swedish army. His cavalry regiment here getting 245 kills. His pikes, Scotland pikes, 236. 210 with the Grona musketeers. 201 with the Hamilton Scots. Another one of his Roda musketeers here getting 201 kills. Gotland pikes, 196. 180 with the Hamilton Scots there as well. The Scots doing well in this one. They're the rest of his kills if you want to have a look at those. But there you go, guys. I hope you did enjoy this battle. It certainly was a fun one. It's nice to get back to some pike and shot action. And yeah, hopefully I'll cover a few more replays soon. Hopefully we'll get a bit more I like to have some faction variation. I think for me a little bit of the time it's always just Spain versus France or Netherlands versus France. I'd like to see some more faction variation going on. But you can't always ask for everything. But But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it, and yeah, do check out some of these other Pike and Shot battles that I've covered. They're really fun, and yeah, until next time guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.